How is the Joes? Let's try again. How is the Joes? Perfect. My name is Biswajeet. I work at Google in the Bangalore office. I lead developer ecosystem programs for India on behalf of Google. I think this developer ecosystem might be a very random word to you. So let me ask, how many of you know a word called GDG? Raise your hands. How many of you know DSC, Developer Student Clubs? Are there any Developer Student Club leads here? Awesome. How many of you know GDE, Google Developer Experts? Do you know someone from your community just became a GDE very recently? Brilliant. So yeah, so those are the programs that I lead for India, and that's what brings me here. I have been at Google for close to 6 years, but this role has been one of the fascinating journey of my career or my life. This gives me opportunity to talk to thousands of developers like you who are so passionate and interested to come to this place on a Saturday and to attend this meetup, to work with people like GDG Chennai, the amazing volunteers and organizers. And this thing is not working. Just give me a second. There is a click. Okay. But let's try again. Let's start with a big round of applause for GDG Chennai. Mani is here on the stage. The people, perfect. These people have put together this amazing Devfest for you all. There are close to 600 of you in the audience. I hope I'm not wrong. This is the biggest Devfest Chennai has put together ever. Yes. Brilliant. And this takes a lot of time, believe me. These people have been working on this for a while, for months, I guess. And I am very sure that they're looking forward to tomorrow, Sunday, to sleep and not think about it at all. My thing is all over the place. So if you don't know what Devfest is, let me tell you. So Devfest is like it's a global event series. It's basically the annual fest of a GDG. So this is a celebration of a community of developers like you and technology in general. It's a huge event series. Last year, 400 plus Devfests happened all over the world, organized by 450 plus communities in 100 plus countries. Any guess how many people came to Devfest last year globally? Any number? Sorry? 1 million? Okay. 50,000. 100,000 is more or less correct. And in India also, the series is pretty popular. This year alone, we are hosting 33 Devfests by 33 GDGs. And close to how many people will come to India Devfest here again? Any guess? Sorry, 30,000 out of 100,000? Very ambitious, no? Sorry? 8,000? 10,000? Okay. I think close to around 15,000, but let's see. And this weekend alone, there are 9 events happening in 8 cities. Chennai is doing today, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Tirunelveli. Tomorrow there is Bhubaneswar, Indore, and Ranchi, and Baroda. And Bangalore is doing a 2-day Devfest. For how many of you, this is the first Devfest? Whoa. Okay. This is first Devfest for you, right? How did you get to know about Devfest? How did you get to know about Meetup? Okay. For how many of you, this is the first Meetup? This is your first Meetup? Why did you come to this Meetup? Sorry to put you awkwardly in this position, but are your friends here? No? Okay. You're without friends, you're here all alone. to attend Devfest. Very nice. For how many of you, this is the third, like you have attended 3+ meetups in your life? Okay. 5+? If the number is increasing, it's dangerous. Like, how many of you have been to meetups for a while? 10+ events? I hope the GDG people will share their hands. Okay, hold on. We have been talking about this number, how many events and conferences that we are attending. And I'm not saying this to brag about myself or about the GDG people or something. But what is happening here? Why are you attending these meetups? Why do you attend these meetups or conferences or summits? And I think close to, if I take a rough estimate, close to 30-40% of the people have been attending meetups for a while, like at least 3+ meetups is what people said. But there are close to, I think, 30-40% of the people, for the first time, they are attending Devfest or any meetup. Swags? Let's bring the elephant in the room, right? How many of you are here for the swags? Good, good, nice. How many are you here for learning something new? Okay. How many are here to meet interesting people? You're sure about that, right? Meeting interesting people? How many of you think you meet interesting people in your meetups? Okay. This kind of reflects what you are right now. Correct. I want to do this, but not really. Or maybe people who are writing that, hey, in meetups or in conferences you meet new and interesting people, they're probably bluffing, but I don't know, I'm not an expert, etc., etc. How many of you are feeling that I don't give a shit about it? I don't care about meeting new people. I am here because my friend suggested that I will get a cool swag if I attend Devfest, and I am here. That's it. That's why I am here. Or maybe you care about, hey, I am here because Varun is going to speak, and I wanted to have a question about Firebase because my manager is asking and I don't know, and that's it. Or maybe you are of this category. So now Biswajeet has confused me. So maybe I'm not sure, maybe I should think into it that, hey, possibly I should be able to meet interesting people. I don't know. But maybe just hanging out with friends is easier. I came here with a bunch of friends. I am going to eat lunch with them. I am going to talk to them how good or bad the speaker is, or how good or bad the singer was, or how good or bad the swag is, and whatever, and then we go home. It's my comfort zone, and I will stick to that. Many of you might not agree right now, but many of you actually think that. And I have been there, I have done that, so I know how easy this is to do. But if you feel like this little girl in a meetup, you are confused, you are not sure about meeting new people, you are not sure about the value proposition of meeting interesting and new people, hopefully my next 10 minutes would be able to help you. I was honestly thinking about what should I speak in this Devfest, and then I was kind of thinking, okay, what would be a talk which would be relevant for a lot of people in this Devfest? And frankly speaking, in India, I'm not saying we are bad at this, but there is also some cultural nuances to this as well. So hopefully, my next 10 minutes would be able to help you. And I purposefully put this talk before just lunchtime, knowing absolutely that you will hate me. Nobody, not a single speaker in the world wants their slot just before lunch. But yeah, I just wanted to do that because I think maybe whenever you are going for lunch or whenever there is a break, you will try to make a new friend today, or you will try to talk to someone who you might find interesting. So I have taken the liberty of putting all of you into two categories. First one, I know exactly whom to meet. And there are those people, yes. First of all, if you are of that category, congratulations. You have absolutely great clarity in your life. A lot, very less people have that. Very few people know what they're doing in their life, but you exactly know whom to meet in a meetup that you're coming on a Saturday. So, congratulations. But maybe you are also missing out on like meeting new people. And in a community meetup, it's a place where like-minded people come together. And oftentimes they come to a place where their understanding and thinking also reflects in the community culture. So when a lot of like similar things going on, if you are just focused on one thing, maybe you are missing out on something. But I won't blame you. You want to meet some people, let's go ahead with that. And there are a bunch of you who have no idea what you are doing here. Trust me. This would be like a significant amount of people who, like for example, both of you, I think, like staring into different directions right now. And hopefully you will like try to talk to each other after this meetup, after this talk. So, these are the two type of people. And I think the tips for those two type of people would be very, very different because the kind of objective for them are also different. So let's start with some of my tips, like based on my experiences of attending meetups throughout the country and going to multiple places and seeing how these people react. Given the second one is in the majority, let's try to help them first. This is the group who have no idea why they are here, and they are mostly here alone. They don't know anyone. They are without their friends. They want to talk to people. They want to know. They're interested to explore. First one. Start with a very blank slate of mind. It is said, take your body to the meetup, not your mind. This might seem very counterintuitive, but our mind is always like working against your instincts. Let's say you want to actually meet someone new, your mind say, no, 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 you shouldn't do that. This is wrong. You will probably not speak well. Your English is not well. Your grammar will fumble. This will leave with like a very terrible impression. Why do you want to go there? So as possible as you can, suppress that thing. And go with a very open slate. Hey, I am here with my whole body and soul, and I am here to meet people. There is no agenda. I am not here to talk about JavaScript or containers or Python. You would in the session, but like, yeah, sorry, my bad. Don't talk or don't meet people during the session. So that would be disrespectful for the people who is doing the talk as well. But yeah, so you have a very open agenda and you want to know people and you are willing to engage. Willingness to engage is so crucial here. Second one, you see so many groups, right? Whenever, just observe. I hope this talk will inspire you to observe whenever there is a break or whenever there is lunch or something. There would be smaller groups, right? Don't go into these groups. Which will help in later, but just on the first sentence, hey, how are you? Can you give me your WhatsApp number? That's completely wrong. People have asked me, hey, Biswajeet, can I connect with you? I have no idea who you are. Let's talk. Let's talk rather than connecting on LinkedIn or Twitter or WhatsApp or whatever. And once the other person feels very comfortable connecting with you on whatever medium they are on, follow up. You have absolutely no idea how less people follow up. I meet hundreds of developers in a community event or in like events like this, but probably less than 5 people actually write a mail or write a message. So the people who follow up benefit more than the people who speak a lot during the time. If, let's say, the conversation is not going as well, you don't think you are, like the frequency is not matching, then gracefully exit. I think this is a very interesting skill to catch. How do you gracefully exit? How many of you feel that you can gracefully exit a conversation with a stranger? Wow. Very less. Okay. I am not an expert on this. I probably don't do this well. But I have like, I don't know. So there are some things which I can suggest. I feel a conversation is similar to an exercise, or like you are going to gym, you warm up, then you cool down, right, at the end. So you cool down the conversation. The level or the energy that you are engaging with the other person, let's just like reduce the frequency, reduce the number of words that you are saying per minute, or reduce the conversation to a little like small by small, bit by bit. And gradually that's actually an informal clue to the other person that, hey, this person is slightly trying to disengage. And both, okay, this is not working. Yeah. So this person will like slightly move out. Some of the other tips to disengage, which is not really like I can't suggest, but you can say, hey, I have to go. Like be very frank and polite about it. I have to leave. I have something else to engage. It was nice talking to you, and give a chance to engage with them later. That's the second one. Oh yeah, I got it. I'll just finish it. Okay. My bad, sorry. Last one. You don't have to talk to everyone. See, I think it starts from whenever you come to a meetup. You sit, right? There is someone on the left, on your right. That's your first opportunity to talk to someone new. So probably don't sit with people you already know. And there are breaks, and there are lunch, and the most important time to talk to people with a meaningful way is post meetup. People just like flock out of the meetup after they get their swags. They are doing it wrong. That's the best opportunity to talk to someone in a meaningful way at a time when they have the time also. I have already said this, don't ask for WhatsApp after one sentence. Okay, so for the first category, the people who already know what they are doing or whom they want to meet, these are some of the tips. This is the most important one. Connect before the event. If you want to meet someone, you know that you absolutely have to meet them, talk to them before. Send them an email. This will help both of you. You help, like basically the other person already knows that you want to engage and on what way or what topic. And this gives you a better stage to talk to you rather than warming up and so on. During the event, engage. Ask questions. This also gives another clue to the other person that, hey, this person is really interested in my topic, interested in my talk, and wants to engage in whatever manner they want to. Again, avoid the crowd. Whenever you are in a group, it's not the discussions, I think, either you wouldn't remember or the other person also wouldn't remember. So try as much as you can to avoid the crowd. Wait for your turn. I will tell you one scenario I had very recently. I think so, there are like 3 or 4 people wanted to talk to me. But there was one person who just like waited at the back and was like raising their hands like this. And as a person, you would be very impatient. As another person, you would be very impatient to give the chance to that person. And whenever the chance comes for that person, the other person is more willing to listen and talk compared to the other people. So there is some magical power in just waiting for your turn. So highly encourage you to try this. And whenever you have the turn, dive in, because you have already connected with this person before. And the other person wouldn't have time because probably he is also getting a lot more other requests and to engage and so on. So dive in, talk to about this person in details. And finally, whenever you are done, be grateful for the opportunity. And please, again, follow up and keep in touch. So I just wanted to like summarize at the end. For those, these are the things I just spoke about. This is not super rocket science. This is very, very pure common sense. But oftentimes I feel we don't talk to like the people who come to community enough about this, which can help them in their own journey and meeting new people. And for the people who know how to meet, these are the things I just mentioned. But believe me, I think despite of all these tips and advice, all you need is the courage to try, to meet someone new, to say hello to someone new, and hold a conversation about something which you are not aware about. All you need is the courage to try. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and have a great Devfest.